Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I am Office Bloke Daz.
I'm G.
I'm Office Bloke Aidan.
I'm Sophie.
Okay, college football stadiums in the USA. We've done a few on GeoGuessr. We've done some, Aidan and I have done some where we've gone around and had a look at them. Not personally, but just on the internet. And we've done quite a few actually now. So these are the top 15 weirdest college football
What's classed
stadiums.
as weird?
Well, if I show
Out of
you a
the
mirror.
ordinary. Unique, maybe.
I think maybe locations.
Stuff that you see not in every stadium.
Correct. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, watch along, and ready when you are, Aidan. Top 15 weirdest college football stadiums.
Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to look at some of the weirdest stadiums in all of college football. Most of these are all Division I stadiums, but there are 2 Division II stadiums in the video. So let's get into it. The Idaho State Bengals play at Holt Arena in Pocatello, Idaho, in the southeastern part of the state. This is an indoor stadium that opened back in 1970 and has a capacity of 12,000. The stadium is used for football, track and field, and basketball. There are many reasons why the stadium is a little odd. First would be the shape of it from the outside. The long curving roof doesn't look like a typical football stadium, and it appears to be located out in the wilderness. Moving inside, the sections of seats are a number of different colors, such as orange, green, and yellow. The curving roof from the inside is also interesting to look at. At the ends of the field, there's a wall instead of seating, which is a little bit different than usual. Idaho also has a couple of other interesting college football stadiums. The University of Idaho Vandals play in a stadium very similar to Idaho State. It's called the Kibbe Dome and is located in Moscow, Idaho, in the northwest corner of the state. Kibbe Stadium opened in 1975 and has a capacity of 16,000. This stadium is home to the football team, tennis team, track and field, and soccer, and it was also home to the basketball team until 2021. There is also a curved roof much like Holt Arena, and it does not have seating on the ends of either side of the football field either. There's some natural light with giant windows at one end. Overall, this stadium is very interesting. Also in Idaho is Boise State.
Very old as well, isn't
It does look a bit old, but I think with them it's
Well,
kind of like
1970.
they look like. Did he say they're all Division 1, but there's a couple of Division 2 in there. I think it looks. I'm not sure how big of a teams these are that play in there compared to some of the other ones. I mean, some of the stadiums we've seen are just ridiculous, aren't they? But them roofs, I'm not sure about them roofs. It looks like it's got very old-fashioned kind of like shopping mall, shopping mall style, car dealership type thing.
They remind me of the ice rink over here.
The ice rink, yeah.
That's what our ice rink looks like.
It's kind of like it's very 1980s, like prefabricated war type bunker sort of things, aren't they? Yeah, I'm not keen on this at all.
Blue field, yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Another Division I football program. They play at Albertson Stadium. Albertson Stadium is weird for several reasons, but the main one is the blue turf. The entire field is colored in the same shade of blue as Boise State's colors and has orange end zones. The field has been these colors since 1986. It opened in 1970 and is also strange for having different sections of seating not connecting to each other and at different angles. The capacity is over 36,000. Now, we will look at some other college football stadiums that are weird for also having strange colored turf. Eastern Washington plays at Roos Field, and this one is probably the hardest to look at. The field is painted bright red. The rest of the stadium is pretty small and only has a capacity of 8,600. Coastal Carolina plays at Brooks Field, which is painted a teal color. This is obviously the school's main color, and the field was a normal green grass until 2015 when they got the teal turf. The rest of the stadium is pretty normal for
Someone's going to have to let me know as well what the teal colour is in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Because I think the Charlotte Hornets playing teal as well, don't they?
Yeah.
And I think I've seen a few teams that like teal coloured and blue around that way. Is there any reason behind the colour?
Yeah, what are they called? Corals.
Yeah, the Carolina Corals, did he say?
Carolina Panthers playing that similar
Yeah,
colour
they do,
as well.
don't they? They've got that teal colour.
It'd be cool to go over in a helicopter and see all the different
I think
stadiums.
I have no issues with painting the different colour turf. I'm not painting it, but having the different colour turf dyed. For me, it's kind of like it's very American.
Yeah.
I think the whole painting on the grass was a big American thing, wasn't it? In the old time, they kind of brought it over here for a little bit with sponsorships when they did stuff, and they kind of like went away.
Yeah.
But we don't do it over here. But
No.
It just looks small stadium, that though.
yeah, it's
What is it,
very small.
8,000?
8,000, yeah. Almost looks like temporary seating, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just need to know about that teal colour as well, please.
For the most part, but does have
Yeah,
one
so
section of
nicely.
teal seating on the home side of the stadium. Central Arkansas plays at Estes Stadium. Estes Field was opened back in 1939, but was renovated 3 times. In 2011, they had the field color changed to both purple and gray. This is one of the weirdest fields in all of college football. The stadium is also pretty small, with a few areas for bleachers, but a lot of open space. Way up in northern Michigan, there is a college football stadium called the Superior Dome. It's right off of Lake Superior and is the home of the Northern Michigan Wildcats. Northern Michigan is a Division II school, and it was a good idea to build an indoor stadium with it being located so far north. The Superior Dome opened in 1992 as the world's largest wooden dome. From the outside, it's one of the weirdest looking stadiums. The capacity inside is 8,000, and it looks just as weird, especially when you look up at the ceiling.
No, I don't like that.
The University of Maryland plays at SECU Stadium. This is one of the bigger stadiums on the list, with Maryland playing in the Big Ten. The capacity is 51,000, and the stadium has been around since 1950. However, it was expanded 2 times. The main reason why this stadium is weird is the shape. If you look at it from above, it's like a giant U. This is how it looked back in the day, and with the renovations, this is what it looks like now. The overall shape is still there, but now many people say it appears lopsided. On one side, there are 3 levels of seating, and on the other, there is just one, but also has many boxes. Then, on one end of the field,
Got the look of a racetrack
Yeah, I was going to say it's like the
Yeah.
F1.
or horse racing, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
It's got that vibe where they got the VIP sort of like
Yeah.
executive boxes side on one side,
Yeah.
corporate sort of thing, and then you've got the stands and the bleachers on one, and then you can imagine like horses running sort of like round or through.
Yeah.
I think I've said this on a previous video when we've reacted to stadiums. Like I hate it when it's so one-sided, like the stadium. Like
Yeah.
there's more stands on one side than the
Yeah.
other.
Yeah. It's probably OCD that.
Yeah.
Try and balance it out. But I know people are saying that the end seating behind the goals are not a big thing in American football because the value seats are down the side so you can see the game.
Yeah.
Whereas we sit pretty much behind the goal, don't we? Where we are in our seats, not behind the goal. We kind of sit on the corner,
Yeah.
but it's more behind the goal than it is midway,
Yeah.
and that's kind of premium seating.
The
isn't it?
atmosphere is always behind the goals.
They are in football, in our football, English
Yeah.
football. Yeah, that's why we sit there.
Yeah.
To be right next to the atmosphere. But yeah, just gives me a vibe of a racetrack, that one.
Yeah.
there's no seating at all. Another stadium in the Big Ten that is strange is Ryan Field. This is the home of the Northwestern Wildcats, and they play just outside of Chicago in
There was the answer. Remember when we asked that yesterday about
They're in,
where Northwestern was?
They're in
Chicago, just northwest, just
yeah,
north
it's
of
in-
Chicago.
I was going to say it's in Illinois, not
Illinois,
Chicago.
Yeah, but we remember when we were in Dublin.
But
and
that's
I saw
not even
the
Northwest.
advert for that American football game, the college
Yeah.
football game that's coming to Dublin,
Yeah.
and I think it was Northwestern against Nebraska.
Yeah.
And I was like, Northwestern, who even is that? Well, I'd never heard of them, had we?
No.
And we were looking, and
But what's
there's
that?
the answer.
That thing behind.
Ryan Field, like a castle type
Yeah.
looking thing. I guess that's like the
Exactly.
entrance.
Yeah,
It's
but
probably something that's historical towards the college.
when you when it first went in there, it's obviously a lot bigger from the back, and it looks like some sort of like campus or.
Yeah, it might be part of the school. It's like we've got some historical stuff in grounds over here, with Craven Cottage being one of them.
Right.
Still got the cottage on the
Still a house.
still a
was
house on the back of the stadium.
in the corner of it.
Evanston, Illinois. Ryan Field opened back in 1926. The curvy design of it is very interesting, and it also has 2 towers overlooking some of the bleachers. The stadium was renovated once in 1996, but overall still has a very interesting look to it.
Looks mint.
I was gonna say that,
Graham-
that was a really nice stadium though.
That's really nice stadium. That I like that.
Yeah, so did I.
I wouldn't say that was weird.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Can you,
that's-
if you could sit on the grass though, that'd be
It
brilliant.
would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's what it's for. So you
Bit
can
of
all
That
side
sit
big
on
G in the
grass.
middle, is it like Green
Oh, did
Bay?
we see this the other day? He's got the Green Bay rip-off.
I don't think that's the same one
I
though.
think it is.
How
The
many-
Tigers. I kind of remember Tigers.
I feel like everyone just rips off that logo.
Yeah.
It seems that way, doesn't
Gucci.
it? Yeah.
Grambling State football plays at Eddie G. Robinson Memorial Stadium. This is said to be one of the weirdest stadiums in all of college football. The main reason for this is because the stadium looks like it was built into a hole in the ground. You can see
Yeah.
hills of grass where there are no bleachers located. And some of the seats are randomly painted Tigers colors on the home side. Colorado State has a sort of similar design to this, except much bigger. If you look at a faraway angle, this also appears to be in a hole in the ground. However, there is much more seating. It's called Canvas Stadium and it opened in 2017. They also have just some of the seats on the...
We did that in GeoGuessr yesterday.
Oh yeah, we got
Remember
the
the Rams?
The
Green
Rams.
Rams.
And we didn't know
yeah.
where it was. When it called something
Colorado.
like when it called something like the John Lubbock Stadium or something like that.
I don't remember.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Was it Colorado?
Yeah, it was
was
like
Colorado. Was that one or?
Colorado
We
State.
did pick up
wasn't it?
Colorado State, didn't we? Yeah.
The home side painted one of their team colors of green. It also appears to be in the middle of country land. Overall, this is one of the more interesting stadiums to look at, but it's pretty nice. O'Hara Stadium is the home of the South Dakota School of Mines and Technology football team.
We've done this as well.
This is a Division II school located in Rapid City, South Dakota.
Patches.
Their football stadium is very unique for having a drive-in area. There's really only one large seating area, but on the other side, there are several levels where you can drive your car to and park and watch the game. I don't know that I've ever heard of a sports stadium having that. Back to Division I, the Alamo Dome is an indoor facility in San Antonio, Texas. Just looking at the Alamo Dome from the outside, you can tell that it's unique. The design of it is very interesting with the high pillars and sections of windows. Inside the stadium is a capacity of 64,000. The stadium opened in 1993 and was also home of the San Antonio Spurs of the NBA from 1993 to 2002. Today, it's the home of the University of Texas San Antonio football team. James Madison University plays football at Bridgeforth Stadium. When you look at this stadium, it looks extremely lopsided. On one side, there are 3 levels of seating, and on the other, just one. That one is not very big either. Other than that though, the stadium seems to be located...
Someone's shown you that, take the field out, someone's shown you that stadium like that. You'd think it was a baseball stadium.
But look how gorgeous it is in the back.
I know.
It's nice,
So
isn't it?
gorgeous, isn't it?
Come on.
But it just, I mean, some of these stadiums are just ridiculous. Like you say, it's a bit lopsided on one side, isn't it? It's a bit heavy on the side, but it does look like
Yeah.
a baseball stadium.
But then
doesn't
if you're sat on that side, the smaller side, I bet the stadium feels massive.
sun's,
Yeah.
in your eyes, sun's in your eyes there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that side, you're getting all the
Oh
sun.
no.
Yeah.
in a nice spot and have a great view. The capacity is 25,000. At least James Madison does have visitor seating though. The next stadium doesn't have any at all. That would be Murray State. The stadium is strange because it has just one large seating area and no other seating other than some private seating. There is just a large grass area all around the rest of the field. The capacity is still 16,000, but that's all mainly in the one section.
Weird that.
There's also a very large parking lot on the other side, just beyond the stadium. After each touchdown, they run a racehorse with a jockey around the racetrack.
What?
That's all for today's video.
That's
Feel free to
brilliant.
comment if you've been to any of these stadiums.
Wow.
Imagine every time City
Racehorse.
scored a goal.
That
They're
really
like-
might be on, I might be on
Get
something.
on a horse.
I'm going to send him an email saying every time you score, can you run a horse around the field? At high speed, galloping.
Well, there's not
Yeah.
much
Boise
space. So
State
ruin the
does it.
pitch.
Yeah, be like, off the pitch. Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's running all over the place. Has
Yeah.
lost where he's meant to be going. Runs into the crowd.
With a blue flare. No, that's some of them stadiums. That one in Texas is. I mean, I guess it was the home of. You said the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah.
Mm. But it was.
That one was even weird. That one was just very nice. That one.
It was. No, it wasn't weird at all. It was spectacular.
Yeah.
60
60
odd
odd
thousand.
thousand.
I wonder what it held when the. I wonder if it was like a full size football stadium when San Antonio played there.
San Antonio Spurs basketball.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I wonder if it was a full size football stadium like it is today
Oh.
when San Antonio played there.
It
They
probably
played
would. It
60
probably
odd
would be, but
60
then.
odd thousand seat stadium.
No,
San
I know.
Antonio's
Yeah,
playing
that's pretty mental. It probably would be, but then they would probably. I don't know, but they'll probably bring like extra seats courtside,
there. Yeah, courtside, yeah.
and then it'll push it closer
So
to
be
the
even more.
pitch.
So you're probably talking 80,000 people.
Yeah.
If it was that, let us know in the comments if that was the case. I don't know. Because that'd be spectacular if it was. And that was right in Tim Duncan area, wasn't it? Era, did he say 96,
Not sure.
2002?
I didn't hear what.
So that'd be Tim Duncan, David Robinson and all that, wouldn't it? For the San Antonio Spurs days. Interesting. I enjoyed some of them. Thought they
Yeah.
were good.
There's
Yeah,
some of
yeah.
They
these
said they were
that-
weird. Some of them look. That one looks proper weird.
That one, that's naff. That.
Murray State. I don't even know where that
Looks
is.
like a racing track as well.
Murray
Like it's,
State.
Yeah.
yeah. It looks Strange. like one of those, you know, when you put your money in and watch the horses race, and you have to keep putting your ball in to make them move. It was like one of those.
The Donkey Derby?
Yes.
Almost looks
Yeah.
like a concert sort of thing. You set the concert stage at one side and you'll watch from the other. Bit weird, that one.
Yeah.
Guess what it is, what they can afford in the school, all right?
Yeah.
As long as the team play well. Never heard of Murray State.
Yeah, no, but imagine I feel like I recognise like a famous sports player that's come out of Murray State. I can't think of who it is though. I feel like there is someone famous that have come out of that school though. But I was gonna say
Football or basketball?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
I forgot what I was gonna say now.
But I like some of them in there. Some of them are pretty good. Impressive.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed it too. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one.
Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers.